Hey everyone, I'm back. It sure has been a while, but I'm sure happy to see everybody. I just haven't had a whole bunch of book inspiration, and then a whole bunch hit me, and now I can't wait to share it with you. I got a really funny story with me today, and I really hope everyone will stay tuned and see what it is. Today, our story is all about going shopping. Wait, you're thinking, but we're not going shopping, we're reading a story. Well, this is true, but this is a fun book about going shopping. It's about a shopping trip gone wrong, and it's called Shopping with Dad. If you're wondering, how can this be a shopping trip gone wrong? Well, you'll have to see. It's a funny rhyming book of funny adventures that says, my mom made a list and she gave it to us, to me and my dad, and we went on the bus. We got off the bus at the stop by the shop. Dad found us a cart and then whoosh, we were off. We shall see what happens. And this book is written by two authors, Matt Harvey and Miriam Latimer, I think. So I hope everyone enjoys. Shopping with Dad. My mom made a list and she gave it to us, to me and my dad, and we went on the bus. We got off the bus at the stop by the shop. Dad found us a cart and then whoosh, we were off. Dad gave me the list and the pencil to hold, and he said, if you're good and do as you're told, you can cross out the things from the list as, hey, wait, I already started, so he was too late. That was silly, he said. Now it's quite hard to read. The list tells me all of the things that we need. That's a long grocery list. Mine is not usually that long. Must have a lot of things to get. He read it and laughed and said, listen to this. Your mom's put some very strange things on the list. Weatherbread danger jam, evergreen eggs, octopus underpants, spider legs, well-behaved daughter water, extra clean germs, strong anti-grump pills, and a bucket of worms. Those don't sound like grocery items to me. I laughed and said, does it have normal things too? It does, said my dad. Now here's what we'll do. But I didn't listen because I was excited, because Mommy was funny and I was delighted. So I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran. I ran and I ran and bumped into a man who was stacking up cans at the end of the aisle, who said, whoa there and steady, and gave me a smile. I said, I'm very sorry. I thought this was best, because I knew that my dad was getting quite stressed, and he was. He said, stop, he said, give it a rest. So I stopped, and I stopped, and I sat, and I stopped. I sat there nonstop. I stopped there and sat, and I didn't starting at all. In fact, I sat till I couldn't be still anymore. I was sitting so still, it was making me sore. It was making me feel that I couldn't quite breathe. It was making me sweat. It was making me sneeze. Uh-oh. And the sneezing feeling, it built up inside, and I just couldn't stop it. I tried, and I tried. Excuse me. I tried every non-sneezing thing I could do, but uh-oh. Achoo! Uh-oh. That sneeze This was fantastic. It made my dad jump. And his jump gave the woman beside him a bump. And she went, ah! And swung around in alarm. And her bag hit a woman who jogged a man's arm. And he nudged a lady who knocked someone else. And the knock got passed down to the end of the shelf, till the last person bashed the big stack the man built, which juddered and jiggled and started to tilt. Uh-oh. And the man who'd been stacking turned slowly around to see his work fall smash, bang, crash to the ground. Smash, bang, bong, crash, ping, wallop, clunk, clong to the floor. And everyone gasped, and one woman said, mercy! Then a loud, angry voice said, what's happening here? And I thought, uh-oh. And my dad said, oh dear. It was him. No, it wasn't. It was. That's not fair. She pushed me. He shoved me. Did not. It was her. Everyone's arguing. Then the woman my daddy had bumped on the arm, the one who gone, ah! And swung around in alarm, she pointed her finger and said, it was him. And they stared at my dad, and my dad scratched his chin, and my dad scratched his nose, and my dad scratched his head. But it isn't his fault that it's his fault, I said. It was mine. It was me. I sneezed. I sort of exploded as if I was loaded with a great big shout. Then my voice faded out. They looked at me hard, so I held on to Dad, who looked 22 proud and a quarter past sad. And he winked at me once, and I looked in his face, and I saw in his eyes the hint of a trace of laughter, soft laughter that couldn't come out. And he said to the man who had started to shout, shh. And he said to the people who gave us hard looks, with a very slight shrug of his shoulder, oops. Accidents happen, it's always a shame, but when push comes to shove, there's no one to blame. Then my dad, he got down on his knees in the store, and he started to pick all the cans off the floor. The woman knelt too. She said, right, you're not wrong. Then everyone joined us. It didn't take long. Dad stood up and stretched and said, that wasn't hard. So we finished our shopping. He paid with his card. We went home. Mom gave us a hug and a kiss. She said, did you get all of the things on the list? Dad told her what happened. He made it sound fun. And she laughed and she laughed and said, very well done. The end. Wow. What a story. I mean, it's not often that you see a grocery trip like that. Who knew that one little sneeze could cause so much trouble? Now, I'm not saying don't sneeze in the grocery store or wherever you go, but the story is trying to tell us that even though everyone can get mad if something goes wrong, we all make mistakes at the end of the day, so we shouldn't blame each other. Like, it was just an accident at the end of the day, and then everyone came together and they helped each other. And Dad's quite the funny guy, and so is his daughter. So I enjoyed this story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story too. And if you like this story about shopping, maybe I'll do another one. Maybe it involves some dragons or some tacos or whatever we want to read. We'll see what happens. If you want to read it, make sure you follow along, everybody. Until then, This is Megs the Bookworm saying, see you later and have a great day. Bye.